Hi, I'm Charlie from Reader Turned Writer, and today I wanted to do a book review of The Thief Lord. The Thief Lord by Cornelia Funk actually came out in like 2000 or something, and there's actually a movie that I've never seen, but I recently read this book and I wanted to share a review on it because I loved it. I've owned this since I was a child. I remember my mom reading this aloud to one of my brothers. I just never actually read it myself. But now that I have read it, I loved the book. I really enjoyed the characters, the story, the ending. The story was a little predictable, but I still thought it was very well done. The Thief Lord is a contemporary adventure story set in Venice, Italy. It is an adventure story, but it does have elements of magic and fantasy to it. It was written for kids between the ages of 8 and 12 years old. I'm much older than that and I really enjoyed it. The reading level was easier, but that just made it a quick, fun read. The book is about two brothers whose parents died, Beau and Prosper, and they're running away from their aunt who wants to separate them. And they run away to Venice, Italy, and join a group of street children who live off of thievery. The children are asked to steal a mysterious wooden wing, and that takes them on an adventure that none of the children ever expected. One of the themes throughout this book that I really liked was the theme of family, protecting your family and sticking with your family, taking care of them. This obviously shows up in the way that Beau and Prosper run away together to stay together. The group of street kids that Beau and Prosper join basically become their family, and because they're a bunch of kids living on the street, they have to look out for each other. The leader of the group, the Thief Lord, is the one that formed the group, and he found the kids in the group when they were struggling and brought them into the group to take care of them and give them better support, even though the Thief Lord is only 12 and also a kid. I won't give any spoilers away, but the ending also fits really well and goes along well in interesting ways with this theme of taking care of your family and family in general. One of the things that I really liked about this book was the characters. A lot of the main characters are very well rounded. Some of the side characters aren't as well rounded, but I still thought that she did a really good job fleshing out the characters. The characters are also really consistent throughout. Nothing ever happens in the book where you're like, whoa, why did they do that? Or I don't really understand why that character would do that. It all makes sense in the book. She also does a really good job of giving you information a little bit at a time so that you're discovering things along the way that makes the characters make more sense. Doing that also adds a lot of the mystery in the book. You're trying to figure out what's going on with the Thief Lord, why they're trying to steal the wing, all with the tension of are Beau and Prosper going to get caught by their aunt looming over them. I also thought the ending was very fitting for all the characters, and it wasn't tied up too neatly, but I did think that she did a really good job with the ending. One more thing I just wanted to mention really briefly is that in this book, the kids, because they're a street gang of thieves, they are living on their own and taking care of themselves, and I think that's a really fun aspect of a book. It reminded me a little bit of the Boxcar Children. I think one of the reasons that everybody likes those books so much is because it's fun to see the kids taking care of themselves and being independent, and as a kid, that's what you want to read about. One thing I noticed in this book is that it's not super realistic, and I know there are magical elements, but aside from those elements, because the kids are on their own and the adults kind of let them live on their own some of the time, that part of it didn't seem as believable to me. It was fun to see that happen, I just didn't think it was very realistic. Even though I liked how the book ended, I actually didn't love the ending of the book because a lot of the tension ended too soon. The danger was over, there was no more tension left in the story, but we still had to wrap up a whole bunch of stuff, and it just seemed like it took a long time to finish it, so I had to kind of push through the ending just a little bit. Overall, though, I really did enjoy this book. I thought it was very well done, a very fun read. I would recommend this book to anyone 8 years old or older. While reading it, you can tell it was meant for kids, but I still, similar to Harry Potter or Percy Jackson, I still really enjoyed this book. It's the kind of book that can be enjoyed by adults as well as children. I definitely think it would be fun to read it aloud to your kids. If you have any kids, boys or girls, both would enjoy this book. So if you or your kids like magical and mystery books, then this is definitely a good read to pick up. Thanks for watching my review. If you've read The Thief Lord and enjoy it, let me know in the comments below. If the movie's worth watching, let me know and maybe I'll go check that out as well. And don't forget to hit like and subscribe. See you in the next video.